Fashion Dolls. It is Thankful Thursday, June 8th, and welcome to another new episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest has been on the show twice already. This is his third consecutive time coming on the platform here. He is super handsome, and I'm super excited to have him here. Join us as we catch up. We did our last interview, I want to say, back in February, and I'm super excited to have him here for the month of June. So, without further ado, let's welcome our very special guest, Mr. Marquise Wolford, or MQD, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Let me go ahead and share this live with him so that we can get him in here and get this show crack-a-lackin'. How are you guys doing? I am feeling awesome today, and I hope you guys are doing awesome as well, too. I'm feeling great. It's been an amazing week thus far, and I hope you guys all are doing as fabulous as I am. All right, SAS, Bath and Body Works. Let's talk for a second while we're getting Marquise and everyone in here. I need you guys to share the live. In case you guys are wondering, who am I wearing? The dress that I'm wearing today is from Victoria Beckham. And as you guys can see, it's very structured. She's known for very minimalistic, beautiful, elegant, timeless pieces. So I had to rewear this dress again on the show for springtime and summer. I love the color. All right, fashion dolls. So without further ado, let's welcome Marquise back to the dollhouse. Oh,
Hey there, how you doing?
wonderful. It's great to see you again.
Likewise, likewise. Thank you so much for having me.
You are so welcome. Now, we did our last interview back in February. Now we're in
Yes,
the month
ma'am.
of June. So, how has things been since we last spoke?
Oh man, it's crazy that this interview came up when it did. Life has been crazy since we've last spoken. Life has been crazy. Um, Honestly, it's funny because I'm not even sure exactly what I'm going to be able to answer. Uh, because it's much information that hasn't been disclosed yet. But yeah, life has been crazy. Life has been wild.
All right, so we just got to stay tuned
Yes,
to find out what you
man.
have coming up. So you're still doing
Yes,
the fitness, of
of
course. So that's
course.
going great for you. And the modeling as well
Yes.
also. So upcoming projects, just give us a hint. Just give us one hint. Just give us a word to describe it. You don't have to go into detail.
Just know I'm always auditioning. That I'll tell you. Actors, we get even a lot of people that we can't talk about a lot of things that we audition for, but just being even superstitious and things like that, you just get used to not speaking about things that you're auditioning for and that you're up for, but just because you don't want to get your hopes up too high, and you kind of get too involved in that process before you get it. So it's like you kind of never to kind of keep it to yourself until you can say something. So,
Absolutely. And I just seen DeMarcus, who's coming on the show in the fall, and we've got Kevin J. Stone, who I interviewed also on the
boy,
show. So
Kev, what's going on, man?
I'm pretty sure that you and Kevin have something coming up. I'm imagining only in the future.
Man, yeah, Kevin, I'm definitely looking forward to working with him. He does some amazing work. When you're and nobody tells you, but in an independent film, it's like it's really the creative playground. Because so many times when you actually get hired on a set to do different things, it's you feel so restricted in what you want to do and what you can do, because they have their idea of what it is. But an independent film is really your opportunity to really dig in and kind of flex what you've been working on, get with people who are just as hungry and just as passionate about what they do as you do. And Kevin's definitely one of those people who you see it in his work. We're out here grinding hard. I'm telling you, we're working hard.
And he's right there. He says, "What's up, y'all? Thank you." Hey, Kevin, it's been a minute. Hope all is well on your end. You got to come back to the dollhouse and play with me again. I can't wait. The Brown actor singer. I see you guys all are coming in, and we covered this yesterday. It's so funny you're talking about that now, Marquise, because we covered this yesterday with our guest that we had on the show, Kennedy. who's all the way in Nigeria. He's an actor in Nigeria. He's very big there. And he talked about, the creative process of what producers and directors expect for you on film. And the creative process, you have somewhat of an input. So for you, when you get on set and you're filming, do you have somewhat of a creative input on what you want your character to look
Oh
like?
yeah, definitely. With a lot of my films, a lot of my projects, I do have a lot of say so. I like to, and the only reason why I even attempt to really put a lot of input into it instead of really just kind of coasting on it, because this you have to learn how to be an artist. You have to learn how to storytell. You have to learn how to create this world for yourself as well. So this is be bold enough. I like to be bold enough to where I like to do that. So. And I also like to think of it's not about me, but try to make the project and everyone else better as well. And sometimes, your input is taking your character a little bit back from it. Like for me, a lot of times I have to play characters who physically I'm bigger than, and visually I look more intimidating than. So it's like, as for me, it's always important for me to talk to the other actor and the director about how I can play smaller and different things that allow the story to make sense. So yes, I love to have my input on set, but it's always good to make sure you're playing within the framework of the story and making it better and not making it about you.
Absolutely. That is key and imperative. I am Cindy J says, Amen. Let me read some of you guys' comments. You guys all are coming in today. Okay, Kevin says, yes, it has been. I look forward to coming back. Yes, Kevin, we got to set something up. We got to get you back to the dollhouse. It's been a minute. The last interview that we did was in 2021 or 22. It's been a minute. I've done so many, so I've lost count.
You are
And the
busy.
last that we did, yes, was in February. And now we're in June, and all of these projects are just like coming, coming,
Yes,
coming at you. Are you ready and excited? And this is your year. I said that the last time we spoke. This is your year.
I
So,
am.
are
I
you
am.
ready for what's coming?
I am. I'm very excited. Everything happens for a reason, and God works in mysterious ways. Even when things seem like they're working against you, after things play out, what I mean, things were removed. You're put in a place where you had to pay attention, or you had to focus more energy in another area of your life, where you would have missed that blessing had you not had something taken from you. Um, so very much, like I said, and doing what we do, there is no doing this and not believing that you're going to make it. There just isn't, because you'll be a depressed person. You'll quit. That's a dark life. So literally, you wake up every day believing that you're going to make it. That this audition is going to be it. That's something else nobody's going to tell you, but that's the raw truth of it all. Because you have to believe that you have it, or why else are you doing this? But I am very excited because, like I said, it's auditioning. The auditioning process, the callbacks and things like that it's always an up and down thing, but that's your job as an actor. I mean, acting and being in front of the film and being out to the world isn't the only job. That's like the last part of it. The first part of the process is auditioning for this job. For that role, and we have to look at it like that too. So I've been excited about the titles that come across my email when I see it, and the directors and the people involved, executive producers that's involved. It's all very exciting. And then I also have a couple movies coming out towards the end of the year, in fourth quarter this year, that I'm excited for the world to see as well. So
We just got to stay tuned. I know he can't give a lot away. And Jacko Cox says, your home folk love you, Mark.
thanks, Pastor. Love you too.
Cindy says,
Thank you
keep
so
going.
much.
My story, child. Yep, claimed it. It's all about manifestation. And most people, that the anticipation of waiting on a call back for going in for these roles is just like your nerves. They're running through your body, and you go and you check the email, and you could get the role. The role could be confirmed and seen the script and everything for it. So for you,
Yes.
what is that anticipation like for you when you
Uh,
see if you or you didn't get it?
well, for me, honestly, the height of the excitement comes when it first gets there. And then you just get in grind mode on dissecting your script, what you have to do, what you want to bring to it, everything like that. But honestly, once you get it turned in, you've learned to forget about it. Let it go. let it go as much as possible, because if you're like if you're worrying about every audition, every time you turn in, you wait for that phone call that phone to ring, it's bad. It's going to be bad. You're not going to be a fun person. The people around you are not going to want to be around you. They're not going to want to hear about your career because you're always complaining about it and crying about it. Things. So you learn just to turn that thing in and forget about it. You have to. You have to, and you put it in God's hands. That's it. That's the only thing. Put it in God's hands and move on.
Absolutely. And I talked a lot about manifestation throughout this week. And whatever it is that you're going for in the universe, whether it's a movie role or whatever, put it out there,
Yeah.
claim it. Like you just said in the comments, claim it. And it is definitely your year. I said that. But who I would love to see you do a project, I said, I know you and Kevin are going to work on something, as I would love to see you and Nelson Davis in a project together. You and Nelson Davis.
Honestly, what I can tell you is me and Nelson just got finished shooting something together. Yeah,
Oh,
we just
okay.
got finished shooting something together. Again, I'll wait to
Come
say
on.
exactly what it is until to the people at the people above me say put it out there. Of course, like I said, I'll make sure it's on my social media and things like that. But we definitely just got finished working, and it's always fun to work with Nelson. Nelson's a person who when you're on set with him, he stays in character all day. He stays in character all day. So you're chilling, you're sitting there looking at your phone in between scenes or something, and he walks up to you, and say something smart like the person, the character he's playing is like he catches you off guard all the time. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of fun to work with Nelson, and it was great to work with him this time again. So looking forward for y'all for seeing that one.
All right. Well, Toodles, glad you are in good light, and that is from Cindy. Much love to you, love.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank
I
you so
can't
much.
wait. And Nelson has been working. He's been going back to back to back with all of these movies
Oh
that
yeah.
he's been pop. And I'm just like, how does he find time? When he was here, because we did our interview in 2022, he came on the show twice. I said, how do you find the balance with both, with producing and directing? And I asked Kevin the same question too. I said, how does he find the balance to do everything? Because you act and you produce and you direct. And I know that's a lot. I asked Kennedy. Kennedy just shot 5 projects. He's also in Nigeria. He just did 5 projects.
Yeah.
So you as an actor, how do you find that balance?
But let me tell you something. Although anything can end up being a job, I love it. You don't have to ask me twice to show up. You know what I mean? You don't have to ask me twice. And as tired as I may be, I want the project to be the best. And honestly, I love it. I love it. Like I tell people, and what profession can you play make believe? Well, a lot of people play make believe every day anyway. But and you really get paid for it. You know what I mean? I love it. You don't have to ask me twice to come to set. If I can be there physically, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be one of the first people there, and I'm not going to rush the process. I love it.
Yes.
So I'm gonna find me some time. I'm gonna find time.
Let me see what Kevin said. Hey, K2, shout outs to my brother K2. Make sure you guys head on over and subscribe to my brother K2, the K2 Spot. Definitely go and check out his talk show. Amazing talk show also as well. That's true about Nelson. He stays in character
Very much so.
and never breaks. Never breaks. So for you, could you see yourself stepping behind the lens too? Because we know you as the model, the actor, the fitness expert. You wear so many hats. You're the ultimate hyphenate. So for you, could you see yourself stepping from in
Oh
front of the
gosh,
lens
yes,
behind the lens?
very much so. Part of there's an evolution in acting. Just like in a lot of musicians will end up producing and writing all their own stuff. Actors are the same way. And in the meantime of trying to get that next role, honestly, you have to do something to stay creative. And yes, I'm writing my stuff. I'm in the middle of writing already. And right now, writing the script right now. Won't say too much on it because people. I feel like I found a gold mine right now. And in my community, there's a lack of representation across the board for everyone. A lack of stories that are being told on every single front. And streaming services from every area of life has provided us the opportunity to tell these stories. And again, Carlton, Nelson, Kevin, any of the artists that you talk to, anybody that you mentioned,
Yeah.
no, they'll never tell you that they don't have ideas about how stories can be told. You know what I mean? So as an actor, it's being the discipline and having the guts to sit down and write your story and write your stories and see what comes of it. And it takes balls, it takes discipline, and it takes work. But honestly, that's the best way for me to feel fulfilled in between roles as I'm getting the no's or I'm not hearing back from me certain things. Um, Everything around me are people are living lives that I think that people would love to know. And I always tell somebody, as rare as you are, you're not that rare because it's 1,000 other people out there in your city that think just like you. They're just not keen on saying it, especially Black men. We live a life that we not talk about emotionally and mentally because we're just used to carrying things a different way and operating a different way. And it's going to do society a really good justice to be able to see some of those stories being put out there, and it's going to teach some. So I want to be able to heal and be healed by the stuff I put out there. So I'm looking forward to for the world to see it.
All right. So we just got to stay tuned. Guys, make sure that you guys are following Marquise and Jace. Yes, Jackal. Yes, Jackal says wonderful. Absolutely, we need these stories to be told in our communities, mainly predominantly for Black men, because I've interviewed a lot of Black men on this platform, from Marquise to Kevin to Nelson, of course, and so many others. And when we talk about representation, we always talk about typecasting and how we
Mhm.
want to see more representation in the industry, in the film business, because we're not just, for us as Black creators, as directors, as collectives, as creatives, we is so much more to us than just playing one specific role. And it's just like,
Exactly.
okay, we want to be in different positions. We want to produce our own content. We want to showcase different things other than the norm of what you would normally see.
Yeah, and the
So,
problem is we expect some of these networks to tell our story and to represent us a certain way and to not be cliche in certain ways and different things. But it's like, and this is not being racist, but look at who's providing the money behind these projects. It's white people, it's Jewish people. They're not Black. I'll say that. So if they're not Black and you know anything about television and film, you know who has the money is the person who kind of dictates a lot of what you put out there, and you changing things and you compromising and whatnot. We need to tell our own stories. Do not expect somebody to tell your story who has no idea what you've been through or no idea what it even feel like being a minority or minority such as being a Black woman. It's just you can't expect it to happen. Tell your own story. Stop asking for, I don't know, ABC to be able to tell the accurate story of a Black woman, with one child who's been abused. How many of them rich people have been in that situation outside of, speculating on what society wants to see and making it a cliche? You know what I mean? All single moms ain't out there struggling and toxic. There are a bunch of them out there, dentists and working and very, very, very successful women and functioning successfully and mentally happy. You know what I'm saying? It's not always sad and depressed. And we're so much more than what they want to paint us as. And we're so much more than what they want to give us money to produce. So we have to produce our own stuff.
absolutely. And I'll give you another example. I love what you just said. The reason why I made my face like that and I went and I drank my water, I said, oh, let me sip on this. But it's the truth. It's the truth. The reason why I'm not mainstream, because I've had offers from people saying, would you like this opportunity to come and have a network show? I said, nah, I refuse to be an industry, what is it, an industry plant?
Mm-hmm.
Or I want to be original. I want to be organic. I want to be authentic with people.
Right.
I think by me doing it this way, I can be as authentic and uncensored and real and raw for anybody
Exactly.
up to be an actor or director or producer or talk show host in this business. Because Viacom, any network, CBS, ABC, oh, they would have been fired me and let me go out the
Right.
door because I think I'm a
Right.
little too radical when it comes to speaking up on issues that affect
Oh,
Black
yeah.
creators. Black
Oh,
film
without doubt.
directors, Black film producers, Black TV show hosts, talk show hosts, influencers. I
Without
speak
doubt.
up and I for all of us. I mean, it might not look like I do it all the time just because I don't make a post or anything about it, but I do here and there. But I want people to get the feeling when they come to watch my interviews that it's an escape. She makes us feel safe. It's a safe
Right.
space for every. I want everyone to feel comfortable and confide in this platform
Right.
and not have to worry about touching on issues that are so heavy in the world. So
Right.
that's why I just kind of turn the blind eye to it, and then I go and I'll address it here and there in an interview or two, and then I mean, I have my way of doing it.
Yeah, yeah,
So, but
without a
I
doubt.
will
Without a doubt.
but I have my way of doing it, and I do it in a way that is just like, okay, fair enough, we got you. But yeah, that's why I'm not mainstream on a network alongside a Jennifer Hudson, alongside a Sherry Shepherd,
Right.
alongside talk show hosts out that are out right now. Tamron, uh, I love these girls, but I'm just like, nah, I'm not going to be
It comes with a
censored.
price.
Yeah, when I'm a black woman in this business,
Mm-hmm.
and I already know censored. They're going to censor. I can't
Right.
talk about my issues. Don't talk about it. Oh, she's difficult. She's aggressive to work with. Don't work with her. Don't interview with her. So, yeah, that's what. Don't blow the whistle on anybody else. Just keep quiet and sit there and suffer. That's what they expect from me.
Right.
And I'm just
Right.
like, nah,
It's
I
hard to
can't.
do. It's hard to do. I run my mouth too much.
So yeah, NBC, CBS, they would have been let me go. NSNBC, MSNBC, all those networks, they would have been done, fired me, let me go. Yeah, I'm
Without
too radical
a
with
doubt.
my approach. And I think sometimes you have to shake the table. You have to make a lot of noise. And it goes
Without a
back to
doubt.
what I said, which is create your own opportunities. Um, you get lemons, life gives you lemons, you take those
Oh yeah.
lemons and you lemonade. And that's what I did here with my platform. I said, I've always dreamt of being a talk show host. And my dream came
Make it
true
happen.
by creating this platform just randomly.
Make it
And
happen.
I didn't go to school for it to interview or anything like that. It just came natural. I have the gift to communicate with people. My mom even said that when I was young, when I was a baby, that I always had the gift to communicate with people and make people feel comfortable with me. And I even in real life, my friends will tell you that. K Tooks will tell you, my girlfriend, my friend Felicia, my sister, she will tell you.
Right.
Um, have that gift to where people just like she's the girl that you can go and get advice from. You can go and talk
Right.
to. But yeah,
You gotta use
I
it.
definitely agree with that.
Definitely gotta use it. Definitely gotta use it. And funny you mentioned that never going to school for things. That's what a lot of us creators are, because we're in North Carolina. You know what I mean? All of my creators were from small towns and things like that. And just growing up, the movies that we watch and we dream about, and they seem so far away. It doesn't. Nothing in us says hop on a plane and go to school here or start this or start that. For my children, for me, it was sports, and I'm in no way, shape, or form am I taken away from that, because it helped make me who I am today, and a lot of my grind and my hard work and what I'm able to be, what I'm capable to withstand and do now is because of that. And but I say if I had the opportunity, and I was in the city where there was a great performing arts school, I wouldn't have ever picked up a basketball. I would, because I started off watching television and movies and analyzing and not just watching them, really, 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 really diving in. I can't tell people that enough. My understanding of the world came from television. My reading comprehension came from television. My parents didn't censor what I watched. I watched everything with them every Friday night. We blockbuster, rent 5, 6 movies throughout the weekend, sit there, watch them, cover my eyes during the sex parts. Everything else, I learned it. When I said something the wrong day, I got popped in the mouth. I didn't have to say it again. So I learned what to say and what not to say. But I learned a lot from that, and that's how. And honestly, if I had the opportunity and knew about performing arts school, I'd have never picked up a basketball, football, anything like that.
And see, you start somewhere.
You
You
have to,
start somewhere.
but you
You have
can't be
to.
afraid of you can't be afraid of starting. You can't let the things that, okay, I didn't go to school for this, or I'm just starting this. I mean, honestly, a lot of most of people achieving their dreams is 80% is having the guts to go for it. So many people, I mean, if you talk to them, they're going to give you a million and one reasons on why they're not doing it, and you can break every single one of them down to an excuse. Outside of you physically not being able to do it, seriously, it comes down to you not wanting to take the sacrifice of, getting off work and then going to your passion, or you not wanting anybody to see your writing because you don't want nobody to criticize, because we all know this, that the internet is a mean, some hateful people. But it all comes down to some reason why you're not deciding to pursue your dreams. And I get it. But at some point, you have to admit that you either want it or you don't, or you have to accept that where your lot is in life. But 80% of it is having the balls to do it and keep going. Seriously, because it's hard. It's hard. You can be great. Beyonce gets criticism. No matter how good you do something, somebody on the internet's going to pop up and have something to say. You know what I mean? So you have to be bold. You have to be brave. You just have to go for it. Regardless of what anybody thinks, people are going to think you're going for, you're turning your wheels, and people aren't going to get it. But it's not for them to get it. God didn't give them the vision; He gave you the vision. So keep going.
Absolutely. And it's when you said be bold and be brave, it's so ironic you said that, because I'm looking at my vision board, and one of the key words that I put on there was dare. Because at one point in my life, this was when we first hit into the new year and when I created my vision board. I was afraid to say certain things, to speak up on certain things that I've seen people experience. And I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
is it my place to say something? No. So it's just like, if you see something is wrong, say something about it. So
Mm-hmm.
now I'm just like, dare to be bold, dare to be brave, dare to speak out and help someone who's experienced. And K-Tuk said he totally agrees with you on what you just said. Ronnie Romance says, "What's up, Quest? Proud of you, bro."
Thanks, bro. Miss you, man.
Jackal Cox says, "Your parents are awesome. Love the whole family."
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I got some hell of five parents, man. I love them. Well, you learn a lot of it, man. I have family. I have love at home. That's one thing that is. I will always say, my family loves me, and I love my family. So it's not much that the world can say and do. I tell you, I laugh and cover it up as arrogance, but it's not. It's honestly because I know I'm loved. I know that I don't need the world to tell me love, because I get love at home. I grew up in it, so
Yeah.
I know it exists. You know what I mean? So the world can't do anything to me.
Yeah. And you've got a huge support system behind you. When you've got a huge support system, I said this yesterday on when I did my interview with Kennedy, is that when you have a huge support system of family and friends just rooting you on, supporting you 100%, you can't go wrong. They're
Yeah.
backing you on whatever decision you decide to make with your career. And sometimes they might advise you. Gorgeous love. Glad to see you. Thank you, Strange Mind, Dark Heart. Welcome. We are here with Marquise Wolford, and we're just talking about inventing and carving your own path. That's what we're
Yes.
talking about right now. You have to start from scratch. You have to start from somewhere. And that's for a lot of people. A lot of people want to get the leading role, but sometimes you have to do background work. A
Oh,
lot of people start off
God,
doing
yes.
background, and you never know where that opportunity can lead or who you might run into. To get
You have to
those.
start from the basics. You have to
Mhm.
start from, I said, so many of us, and it's not just so many of the independent artists who haven't made it. Like, you think of Ava DuVernay, like she's one of the main prime examples. Didn't pick up a camera till she was 40 something years old. You know what I mean? And now she's an Oscar nominated actress, so director. So it's like you have to start from somewhere. Like, I'm not going to put people's names out there, but of course I'm working with people currently, and they're in a situation where they're trying to get their, trying to get work into their passion rather than just corporate America and things like that. And I tell them, you got to be bold, and you don't have time just to watch nonsense videos. Really dedicate yourself. Most of us didn't go to school for what we're really, 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 really good at. Most of us didn't do it. We didn't go to school for it. A lot of your celebrities didn't go to school for it. That you see, like, oh, now of course we take acting classes as adults because that's what you do. But as far as going to school, no, we didn't do that. I didn't grow up doing Shakespeare and stuff like that. So you have to pick up the information somewhere. And honestly, you either accept that you don't know it and find it, or you just don't find it. It's up to you. And it's out there. I mean, it's out there more now than anything. Like, YouTube will teach you how to do anything. You know what I mean? YouTube will teach you how to do anything. It's just for you to dedicate the time to do so. YouTube can teach you how to sing. Great. You just have to dedicate the time and the practice to do so. But thing about what, and I tell people, and people think that I refer back to my app to me playing being an athlete as, oh, I'm better than everybody. I'm an athlete. Rah, rah, rah. No, it has nothing to do with that. But athletes, people who grow up competing in things, and not just athletes, but people who grow up competing realize at some point of their competitive life, they realize this shit ain't handed to you. And if you are great and if you are good, you can say that you worked harder than anybody that competed against you or anybody on your team. You can admit that. And it's not being arrogant. You just know the time that you put in. And people who win know that it's not given to them. They know they worked hard to get there. It's no different. The problem is, as adults trying to step into your passion and trying to make it, is you've lost that grind somewhere in life. And as an adult, it's like, oh, hell no, I had to work all day. I'm not putting up with this. And so what's going to suffer? Not the 9 to 5, because you need that to get that check in 2 weeks. It's the passion. You say, no, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna do it next week. I'm gonna do it next month, next year, 2 years, 5 years. You're 50. It's over. You get what I'm saying? The only thing that's going to get put off is the passion, because life ain't going to stop lifing. So when I tell people that all you're doing is giving me excuses, you have to. I'm not being mean. People don't know what folks go through in their individual life to make that stuff happen. People don't know what Beyonce goes through to get on stage, regarding being ankle messed up and still got to perform because she got she got to do what she got to do. It's like it doesn't stop because life's. Period.
And I'm gonna touch on that for a minute because y'all been giving our girl Queen Bee some flack for going on stage and performing. This woman gave you an hour-long show with an ankle that is injured, and y'all got on,
Man,
y'all y'all slaughtered her.
let me tell you something, and
She,
especially when you look on social media and you literally see people say, "I have a headache. I'm going home. I'm hungry. My stomach. I'm going." Like literally, we talk people in our everyday lives. Let the smallest inconvenience stop them from doing anything. But they think about the people that they watch on television as these superheroes because they're worth so much money. Like, nah, you gotta realize this is harder than what y'all think, and people don't like to get that grace. People like to get that grace.
yes, y'all could have at least had a little empathy. Like this woman is taking the time to give y'all a concert for her album that she dropped because she's been in the studio working diligently on this project that is so
Without a
innovative.
doubt.
Everyone is talking about it, and y'all are talking about, well, why she got on stage and she performed and she wasn't giving. Well, I mean, I'll give you another example. Rihanna did the halftime Super Bowl pregnant, in the air, lifted off the ground. I,
Oh man, you are
I,
one.
I would never. But
Never.
y'all sit out here and y'all complain. Let
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's like, but the internet can be horrible, and people have expectations of folks of things that they can't even dream about doing, come close to doing. It's like, I don't know. Fans can get rabid a lot of times. The internet feels like that they own the celebrities, and that their opinion should dictate anything that goes on in anybody online's life. It's weird to me. It's gotten weird to me. It's weird.
my thing is this: these creative, for us as the creatives, the people that are working behind the scenes to give you guys the content, whether it's a film, whether it's an amazing interview, it's stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people don't see or don't know about. It's just like, okay, people say, I want to be a model, I want to get into the fashion industry. It's more than just taking a gorgeous photo. It's so much more than that
So
that
much
goes
more.
on. Literally,
There's so
literally.
much more. It not only is it hard work, it's a bit of luck. It's about right time, right place. It's you have to. It's not easy. It's a bunch of beautiful people out there. It's 2023. Everybody's beautiful, just about. It's going to be honest. I mean, if not, if they bought it, if nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody's beautiful. I mean, what do you bring to the table that's different? And especially in a world where the internet tells you that everybody is special and everybody got talent. Yeah, we all got talent, but who should be out there, putting it out there for the world to see who should be getting it produced, who should be on stage and everything like that. That kind of work, I mean, that kind of success comes with work, and it's the only other way it's going to come. People don't want to put forth that kind of work. There's lights of inconveniences. People will stop doing what they have to do, or put it off on somebody else. Think about it. Think about how many conversations you have, and when somebody tells you something that says something didn't happen, how many times does somebody say, "I didn't make it happen"? How many times they say it was anything else but them? I'm late because of traffic. I'm late because this person helped me up. I didn't do this because it's not. You know what? I just didn't get it done. My bad. That it's nobody's fault but my own. Because honestly, people in those successful circles, when you get to where your dream job or whatever like that, nobody's going to hear you're late because you were stuck in traffic. Why did you leave earlier? It's traffic out there at that time. You get what I'm saying? It's like we come everyday life create us to give ourselves excuses. The mundane rat race of life has created us to gave us space to give excuses for why we're no longer hungry for the things that we want.
As procrastination,
Yes,
why
ma'am.
put off today what you can do tomorrow?
Right. Well, I put off tomorrow what you can do today. Yes, very
Right.
much so.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
done. Make notes. If you need to make notes, I know me, I'm always making notes. I'm always keeping things on tab on me to make sure that I'm prepared for everything. Even for this interview, I had to prep. I had to make sure that he was ready. I called. I said, just got through with hair and makeup,
Yep.
ready to go on. So I was
Yep.
calling and texting Marquise, and we got it. It turned
Yes,
out perfectly. It always happens.
I love it.
Sometimes it might not be that moment, but go ahead and just prepare yourself. If you're going to be in this business and if you're going to last and you want longevity, it's all about being prepared. Let me read some of you guys' comments. Kevin says, let me read Kevin's comment. Kevin says, right, I'm in the gym right now with the headache, but I got to drink water and keep going. That's that motivation. That is that perseverance.
Very much so. Very much so. And people think that being in the gym is about, oh, as an actor, I need to look like this. No, it's like literally, you realize the discipline starts with yourself. It's that's the only other way I can tell you. I mean, of course, and whatever in your field, take classes, practice things like that. But if you can push your body to do the things that just can be committed to itself, everything else should be is a cakewalk. The aesthetics of working out is just the icing on the cake. But seriously, if you can commit to yourself, especially the older we get, you commit to yourself. Commit to anything else to be easy.
Yeah. Just stay motivated. If you exercise, if you stay, more importantly, stay encouraged. Make
Very
sure
much.
you have a group of people who are around you, encouraging you along the way. And I'm thankful for that circle of people around me. So
Without a
definitely,
doubt.
definitely. Do we have any questions for myself or Marquise Fashion Dolls? This is such a great combo, and we hope that you're taking some of these gems along that can help you in real life along the way as well too. All right. So, well, okay. I said I was going to talk about it in the middle of the show, you guys. You guys know that me and my girl Tina Marie collabed. We did our fifth collaboration. Our sixth collaboration will be coming up. You guys know that Bath and Body Works has their semi-annual sale, and me and Tina are going to be reviewing some of the things that we got, what we didn't like about the sale. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I have some orders coming in. I have at least, if I'm not mistaken, I have 22 products coming in.
Good
So
grief.
I have three things, three sets of orders coming in, and hopefully they should be here sometime next week. And me and Tina will be able to review them. So I'm gonna get in touch with Tina, and we're gonna do our. This will be our sixth collab. I love collaborating with her, and she has her EP dropping. Trigger warning. So make sure you guys go and stay tuned for that. Follow her, Tina Marie, on YouTube, and she just dropped a new YouTube video as well too during her semi-annual sale haul. I didn't do mine yet. I'm waiting until I get everything because, like I said, it's a lot of products. I have candles, products, and more products coming. So I'm gonna have to review all of that. I'm gonna do it with her. So that's how I'll do mine. But we're just waiting. Everything is backed up because the sale is gonna last at least 4 weeks. The sale is still going. Today the special is $4.95 body care, so make sure you guys go and check that out as well. Awesome.
Body care.
Yes. Self-care. Self-care. Make sure you guys are taking care of yourself as well too. That is imperative. You guys know that I have been every day has been a scent routine. If you follow my stories here on Instagram, I see you guys have been loving the scent routines of what perfume am I wearing and all of those things. You can check it out in my stories. It is there. Every day is going to be a scent routine. So definitely stay tuned for that collab. So if we don't have any questions, Marquise, are there any more gems that you would like to drop? Because you have so much love and support behind 100%.
Oh man, this y'all stay hungry. Again, I'm always going to tell you, support each other, be there for each other, and decide to be more kind to each other. It's on social media. We can. I mean, and I understand we like to be funny. I understand we like to have a sense of humor, but just got to be more kind to each other. Honestly, I mean, just don't assume that somebody should be able to take your comment, your joke, or whatever. I mean, people are literally dealing with a lot of things every day that
Yeah.
you have no idea, and you don't know how your one comment can make or break them. Just be more kind to each other every day. That's all. That's my last gem, honestly. Be more kind to each other.
I'm so glad you said that. After what I seen today, it's an app called Bigo. If you know, you know. Y'all, I'm just gonna say this. Y'all, y'all got it going on, and not in a good way. And I'm gonna leave that on that.
Uh,
um, Lord Jesus, y'all got it going on. But I'm gonna leave you guys with the final word of the day. I want you guys to take away some more gems to help you go along the way to be even stronger, better, and even more amazing. All right. So the word of the day comes from Susan L. Taylor, and we know her all for Essence Magazine. She says, "Whatever we believe about ourselves and about our ability comes true for us." So if you believe in yourself, if you believe in everything that you are capable of, you don't know your own magic and how powerful you are unless you test the waters. You dive in. You dive in deep to the deep end and you take that swim or you take that leap and say, okay, I'm not afraid anymore. And even for me, I had to start over new beginnings plenty of times. It's just like erasing when you make a mistake with a pencil. You erase it and you start all over. So for me, I took that and I'm happy. I must say I'm at peace. I had lost everything, my talk show page and everything, and I had to start over. Just take that as an example and let that fuel you for something even greater. Because every day is a new stepping stone for each and every one of us when we get up in the morning. We're wishing and we're praying and we're talking to God, wanting something to come for us even better. So take that along with you. That's from Susan L. Taylor Fashion Dolls. And joining me tomorrow, we have Bakari Jones. He is going to be here, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Dakari Jones. I said Makari. I'm thinking about Island Yankee. Lord. Dakari Jones is going to be joining me tomorrow, so make sure you guys tune in for that. This has been an amazing week thus far. Great lineup. And make sure you guys head on over to Style by Stevie and check out all of the interviews from this week with all of these amazing black men. And we have some more amazing black men coming on the show next week. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Marquise, let everyone know where they can follow you and they can stay tuned to check out these projects you have coming up. I can't wait to see you and Kevin and Nelson in this project.
well, first of all, you can find me on Instagram at m.q.d. Um, I'll hit me up anytime if you need any questions, any fitness questions, anything like that. Also, I'm on Facebook at Marquise Wolford, and on Twitter at King Wolf. Uh, Look out for the project this year. Honestly, first you can go ahead and pick up The Assistant at Walmart. That's some amazing news. It's extremely hard to get a DVD release at places like that, and The Assistant it's definitely been a popular movie. So yeah, go pick that one up. You'll see me and Nelson, and go pick me and Nelson up in Walmart. But I have some movies coming out at the end of this year. Of course, the Pastor Thorn 2. Pastor Thorn 2 is coming to release in the fourth quarter this year. And also we have, go check out Pastor Thorn on Tubi right now. My Life, all these different things. But also we have another one coming out. The Save This Installation will be out as well. That's something that I got done. So that'll be out fourth quarter. So keep an eye out. And of course, I'll be keeping you guys posted on my Instagram and anything else coming out. So thank you guys.
Definitely. We'll bring you back to the dollhouse also when everything is wrapped and confirmed, because I know you can't give a whole lot away, but you guys just stay tuned and make sure you guys follow Marquise. Great catching up with you again in
Bye.
the month of spring, summer. It's hot.
It's my time of year.
Yes.
It's my time. But
Take
thank you
care.
so much for having me today. You take care of yourself, okay?
You too. And it was great catching up with you again.
Likewise. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow.